Alright, I don't see myself full screen yet, but chat, can you guys hear me? Everyone, minasan kikoemasu ka? Can you hear me? Speed Gaming, Obscurathon, everybody, let me know in chat. This is a really cool game, but it is hard, so I would just like to see if people are awake in chat. We're all ready to go. Please let me know. So, the first thing I'll be doing is just showing the settings for this game. So this is Super Chinese Fighter. Super Chinese Fighter is a pretty obscure, you can hear words, that's nice, a pretty obscure fighter for the Super Famicom. It's based on the Super Chinese series, and there's also characters from the Here No Ken and other crossover characters in there. But real quick, I just want to explain why I run this game. So out of the Super Famicom fighters, this game tends to be a little less played than the others, and that's because for a while there was a lot of discussion about how to route this game and the best path to take, as well as funnily enough, there was a lot of confusion about what routes would not lead to you playing as an automatic character and how to get the best characters in the game. So after some careful time routing the game, understanding it, the time has actually gone all the way down to about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, but just because we're playing on normal mode, and I haven't done this live yet. Oh, sorry, my timer started by accident there. This should be a world record today. If things all go according to plan, this should be the first time that the normal route has been set live. So just to make sure the settings are right, our level is 4, our timer is 99, our speed is 1, and our round is 1. So, yes, this is a fighting game, by the way. I'm DBcade. I tend to run specifically anime and fighting games and obscure games. And this actually is one of my favorites. It's one of my new favorites. I really think this is a hidden gem, so I hope everyone enjoys this day, and I'm going to do my best to explain about Super Chinese Fighter. So if you're familiar with the series, let me know. Feel free to ask questions as we go. And we're going to start here in just a second. So timer is going to start once I press the button to go into the adventure mode. Again, we are playing on the normal setting. Yes, I think we're going to get world record today. But there's a couple things we have to watch out for. This game can be a little bit tricky and has some evil things that were hard to understand. So we'll just go right off into it. Super Chinese Fighter, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, I am using the first trick is I'm actually speeding up with the pressing of a certain button combination. We can skip past the text a little bit faster. This is a Kung Fu zombie series. It's actually based on a couple of movies from originally from China, and then they were rebroadcast in Japan. There's a whole list of movies based off of, but yeah, just know that it's Kyonshi, which is like basically the Asian zombie. And so we are some of the strongest people on Earth, but the difference is this time the Super Chinese Fighter, it's involving the whole galaxy, and there's specifically a evil space Kyonshi who's come and captured Rin Rin. For this one, we have two characters we can use, Jack or Ryu, and I will be using Ryu because Ryu has a little bit of a better normal set, but for this first Kyonshi, this first one character we use, Kyonchi, we actually just use jumping kick because Kyonchi's AI is programmed to basically counterattack any attack. So we're going to be using the old fighting game staple of do jumping hard kick, and my normal is also a little bit better. If we happen to catch Kyonchi on a jumping attack, we will actually be able to combo, do a little juggle in the air. But this is actually the safest and best route because this character is extremely annoying if you try and fight it normally. This is the only character to work out. It also, you'll notice that the standing A that it has misses, so standing light misses. It's a standard fighting game. You have punch and kick, and you have a couple of other special moves, buttons in there. Well, Kyonchi, fortunately, did get away. And by the way, this is our master. This little kung fu guy you see in between us. And so this is an automated thing. I cannot actually skip this. This is just automatic loss time. The one at the beginning that you saw, that one you actually sometimes can save a few seconds or gain a few seconds depending on which one you get. This is Bokuchin. Bokuchin is a little annoying kid that you can actually, every character you're seeing come, by the way, we can have a possibility to get during this speedrun. But for the most part, we're going to be trying to not get those characters. They take a little bit too long to get, and while they're actually better, like Bokuchin has some nice jumping attacks and things like that, we don't really go for that. So I'm going to go ahead and choose to just go ahead and fight. One goofy thing about this game is that you can talk to characters, but most of the time it doesn't lead to certain events happening in the beginning, so we can just choose the middle option, which is let's fight. So you'll see I'll be switching up my moveset a little bit here. This is Go Fire. Go Fire, of course, unironically uses fire attacks. And he has kind of like a Sam Show thing on, what's his name, who has like the fire barrier, a couple of other annoying attacks, but we're actually just going to kind of box him out in the corner and do the jump kick. We got some perfect frame stuff going on there. There are some frame perfect execution. I'll try and get that. I do have Fireball and DP and the standards of fighting games, but again, the AI is being really cooperative. We're able to basically pin Go Fire in the whole corner, the whole round. Again, fast skipping here. If you lose with a character, you will then use the other character that you have left, so we would use Jack if we lost. I'll explain that little roulette in a second. And if you lose both your characters, you will game over. You can also accidentally in this game extend and technically infinitely play this game if you just don't know the path that you're supposed to go. But we take the path where we essentially we skip a whole fight in the beginning, and we're also going to be picking up someone very particularly awesome later that's going to make this speedrun even faster. All the characters in this game, by the way, that we fight are better than us. Even the Kyonchi we fought at the beginning has one of the best DPs in the game. Can easily do anti-air and destroy, but the AI just doesn't use it. However, we're fighting Kamachai now. Kamachai will, as you see, use the Tiger Knee and other setups. This is one of the harder fights in the game. If it's very possible for things to go badly. Now you also notice something else interesting, and this is another major RNG factor in this game. There's a little item, or a little, I don't know if you can see that little up arrow. There's some TMNT actually, it's turned all red. There's a little up arrow at the top. He just used it. That was actually his item for the round. So I'll talk about the items after this, but the one he used was the up trap. So if I land into that, my character will float mid-air, and I can actually, if I step into that, be stuck in the air and give the AI a combo opportunity. It's one of the best items in the game. By the way, this is a insanely good pace. Famicom has some good rekkas and attacks. So after we beat a boss, we'll come to a little conversation. But at the end, we'll have this screen where we can get one of several items. We don't really need any of the items. If we get the little Nikuman, that's good, because that's a bonus item that will actually heal us. The other items are Pitfall, Bomb, and what's the other one? I think it's Dodge. I'm trying to remember. Oh no, Stone. So, like, for example, Suwa Burn right now has a Pitfall item. Now, the Pitfall item's not really great for combos, but it stays out for a long time, so you can actually set up for a lot of stuff. I'm having a little bit of trouble. This character has extremely good standing roundhouse, so I'm going to try and... I need to get a little bit better space. We're going to block this projectile. See, he's trying to go for the swing, so the AI will actually anti-air you. We don't want to trade too much, because this is one of the boss characters of the game. There you go. AI used Pitfall. See, I took quite a bit of damage there. Oof, he did the double sword. Let's see if we can do the juggle. Yeah, it is definitely a fake shredder. Oh, I tried to do a little trick there. I was going to do a little DBcade and try to do a special reset. Unfortunately, I wasn't letting me do fancy stuff right now. But that's okay. Just doing the fireball space out a little bit too close. Fireball is actually kind of interesting in this game. Your character is actually based on the route you take your power up, and if you have your full power unlocked, you can do the standard combos that you do in versus mode or circuit mode. And Fireball actually can combo into itself. There you go. There's the true juggle in this game. There's actually a lot of really crazy combos you can do. Slot. At the bottom, by the way, you'll see there's a it'll say Suka at the bottom. That means like miss, basically. So we want to get the Suka option. Because yeah, it means we don't have an extra item in our inventory. All right, this is Robohana, who's basically the E Honda of space. Extremely broken character. I mean, extremely broken. We don't take any items into battle. Again, if I get a healing item, I'll take it, but the RNG in this game is that there's a very high chance that the AI can get the Nikuman, and if they get the Nikuman, it means they'll get a free heal extending the length of the stage. Now, it is very possible this will happen, but so far we haven't gotten it. I don't know if that's a good thing yet. It could happen later. Again, Robo Nohana using the incredible, you know, if anyone knows Street Fighter, using almost the same abilities. It has underhanded slabs. It's got the only difference is Dark Slide as an anti-air Dark Slide. Oh, using Pitfall on him. Really gross position. I have to be extremely careful. Robo Nohana has some of the best damage output in the game. And has a counter EX move. So actually, I have those as well. Counter EX moves work in the way that if I were to hit the opponent, their special will come out, and Robo Nohana actually has a counter throw. This character only has to hit you a couple times to get that counter throw to come out. And that little, ooh, the AI actually doing a combo on me there, doing the fist slap. It is Robo Honda, yeah. They knew what they were doing. This is definitely a copycat character. I like to think it was more of a love letter. Again, really cool 3-hit combo. I don't always get those. It depends on where Robo Honda is landing. Ooh, the anti-air. I'm getting a little bit unlucky on the stage, just with all the anti-airs. Ooh, okay. A little dangerous here. Again. Oh, no. Okay. That's fine. The thing is, Ryu's going to take a little rest here, and we're going to bring out Jack. And just finish it. health should not be recovered, so it's going to be a real short round, but we do take a little bit of a time loss. Yeah, not by much, and the AI gets bombed. And they get a new item, too. But now I can show the differences in the characters. There's bomb on the field. That can hit the AI as well, so I don't know why, but sometimes Robonohana and other characters like to put the bomb out in rather silly places. Throw a little anti-air hit, and that should be GG. Not a big deal, because from here on out, we will be using Robonohana, who is the spaces, is definitely the strongest warrior in space, in my opinion. And everyone's going to see why in a second. Let's see if we can get, okay, kind of garbage items. Alright, now we are on to the main route of the game. This is the final leg, actually. My timer is being cut off a little bit. I'll fix it in a second. So here's the tricky part. There, the AI is actually default. The characters that you pick up later are automatically default set to be only usable by the computer. It's a really easy mistake doing this game to have an AI versus AI fight. It's actually kind of evil, and the AI actually, ooh, they had a Nikomon, but they used it right frame one. This actually is going to be a really good record, man. I'm going to move the timer when there's a second. Yes, that was really, really good. This is actually good. So Kenjiro is kind of gross in this game. He has a, you saw there, he basically gets a Gatensho, a full screen projectile, and a pretty decent anti-air heavy slash. I'm not able to do a lot of the anti-air stuff that I want to, but we're going to do standing heavy into 100 hand slaps. So I got very lucky because Kenshiro decided to use the Nikomon right at the start of the stage rather than later, so I'm not losing any time. I just tapped him once and I said, I'm going to heal you. That does not happen. I've only had one mission where the AI just never used the Nikomon. That's only happened one time. And I've never had it where they just didn't use it at the beginning, so I'm getting extremely lucky here. Skipping the text here, we have one more screen, roulette screen. We're not going to save Reading. We have an option to, but we're just going to go through space. You can actually unlock Reading and her monster form as well. She has a very cute furry form that is a little overpowered, but the route to get that is painstaking, to say the least. So and honestly, Robonohana is so good. I mean, she's just cleaning up. Killing, she doesn't really stand a chance. We still want to use the same strats, but you can see even my just jump and attack does a lot. I'm going to try and get an air command grab there. There's a normal throw though, but that's fine. Oh, I got stunned. Yeah, Killing, she has weird animations. That was actually just a normal throw. There's bomb. I might get hit here. That's fine. I avoided most of the bomb damage. If you can do some really funny things with bomb, where you can re-juggle. So you can do half-life combos. Bomb is 100% the best damage item in the game. Like I said, the up arrow, the little float item, is really good if you want to do some combos. And there's still a lot of routing to be done in this game. If I had taken another route and powered up Jack or Ryu, I would have been able to go through this game even faster. Had I been able to get those items sooner. So unfortunately, don't use it for the route, but it is still a viable strat. So I would love to see more routing for this game. I would say that starting out, it's a little bit more difficult to try. I tried to bait something there. I thought Tachyon Kunchi was going to use that little, like, that move where he rushes out on the screen. We might be able to catch him. But we're just going to drop in and do one on slap, see if we can get a setup here. So one more, we'll try and get a meaty. That's where our move basically makes it so that the AI has to block on wake up. Pretty good fight. We are on world record pace, by the way. Okay. Ooh, this is the hardest fight, in my opinion, in the game. Shabani has auto dodge on every single move. So you will see this boss. You have to basically set up frame traps to beat this character. So that's another using the up trap for me. As well as this character can not one-hit KO you, but can do basically some combo video stuff where he'll throw you up into the corner, can do a projectile, can do EX things. It's a really, really powerful character. And the fact that it has this built-in dodge, yeah, that's the EX move. So unfortunately, did the animation for the EX, and I hit him, so I got punished. I'm making it look easy there. See how much damage the EX moves? You can do that 2 times in certain combos. So I actually want to reverse the situation and get on an opposite side. I'm getting... Shabani is popping off a little bit here. I wasn't able to get her projectile. Again, Robanana, a little bit of a big butt, so he can't get out of it. I want to make sure that I can force that dodge and get the underhand slap a little bit better. There we go. Again, really hard boss. With certain characters, you're going to have a hard time. Especially if you have slower attacks, you just kind of have to respect and play a little bit more tournament. Items, we have nothing really great here. Super Burn is going to be a lot easier. Again, not carrying it. We got extremely good RNG on the items. I'm actually kind of shocked how good the RNG was. Yep, there's that standing kick. Oh, when did the pit come out? I didn't notice it. Yeah, I was actually playing really good. That was a really damaging hit. Shredder is back. Yeah, this is the real final fight with Shredder. This Shredder is actually a little bit hard, but because this Super Burn is the correct name, Super Burn is a little bit bigger of a character, I can actually take advantage of that. So we can actually do some pretty gross things, but I'm actually getting boxed out a little bit here. Again, even if Robanahana isn't able to take this battle, we still have 2 other characters waiting in the wings. But we should be good now. Okay, I did short, hand from the reset. Again, if my timing is good, so when I see the knockdown, I can go for an immediate attack. And if the AI doesn't try and wake up, I might be able to do 2 hits. Crouching in this game can be is always a good strat to block low attacks, but it can set you up for some double hits. And it does take a frame in this game to crouch, so. We'll see if we can go one more loop. Oh, the backdash, trying to use the invincibility on block backdash a little bit. Again, the AI is not a pushover. This is normal mode, so you can only imagine the difficulty of hardest. There we go. We'll go for a little bit of a fancy finish there. space destruction. Sorry, the galaxy destruction. And Robo Nohana is the best choice for this, so we're gonna go and hope that we get a good start here, because if we get pushed to the corner, we have to deal with a obnoxious amount of projectiles, lightning bolts from the sky, eyes that shoot out like that. Ooh, this is looking kind of scary. It can get really nasty really fast. It even has an instant stun move. Here we go, double hit. Boom, boom. Go for the setup. A little bit late with the wake up, but we'll get Hunter Hand Slap. Let's do it. Neutral jump. Oh, we got the meaty attack you saw there. Again, even if we don't get the double hit, as long as that meaty comes out, we can force the Ginga Ramao into a loop. This is the character that releases viruses. It looks like it. Yes. Cannon with no combo there. Block. Hasn't used the pitfall yet. May not be able to, because again, we're doing some mess up the meaty there, so you'll see the block. I can try and do short, but I want to play safe here. If we get knocked away like we are now, we really have to just deal with some really nasty stuff. Getting lucky. I was able to get back up. Yeah, if you didn't notice already, this boss's health is insane. It's only this version of the game, but you're normally meant to have to use your whole team to beat this boss. There's that light coming down. Yep. So unfortunately, let's see if I can get the loop. No reset. We'll get in. Double hit. Neutral. One more jump. Again, there's no time over, so you have to win this. You cannot really do lame strats on this fight. You could try and go to the end of the screen with like Jack or Ryu or Genjiro if you got him, or one of the other characters. Bonchin also has it. Try and do some fireball stuff, but ooh, that would be a ridiculously long fight. I kind of want to see it if just someone can lay out this boss, but no. This is, you've got to kind of take this into a big fight. You just don't want to go. It's a long range battle. One more. Ooh, really? Alright. Oh, there's a shoulder tag. That is a super move right there. We're going to eat some damage. Yeah, the super move, by the way, actually heals up a little bit of an extra. GG, that is time. That is world record, by the way, for normal mode. So that is pretty good. We had a little bit of trouble with Shabani in the middle there. But yeah, that's world record at Obscurathon. This game was routed a little bit better. Unfortunately, I'm the only one running it right now, which is a shame, because I really, actually, unironically like this game. I think it's one of the better fighters for the Super Famicom. It's got a great versus mode. A lot of the characters have just as cheap tools as you saw. Yeah, if you're interested, just check it out on speedrun.com. Yes, this game also has a lot of room for routing. There might be, if I had gone back to Earth after I'd gone to space, then I could have picked up Bokuchin. So maybe Bokuchin's better. Maybe there's some strat I haven't found. Thank you very much for the GGs. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Bodley-san, Emperor Weisel-san, Grandmeyer-san, Scarface Nico-san, and Adrianek Rick-san for the GGs. Yes, and I'm glad I was able to do this live. I was saving it for the marathon, but this was actually better than expected. And because of that, I wanted to give a little bit of intro. But there's so many obscure fighting games out there that haven't been shown. I mean, you saw Kefka-san's runs from the N64 and the marathon. there's just so much more stuff. And I've been watching some of these racing games that come out and just some of these action games. There's so much obscure stuff out there that has no right being obscure. And the next game I'm running after this is also another game that has no... Can you increase the mic and decrease? It was really hard to hear me. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Apologies. Okay, I turned it down a little bit now. And I've turned my mic is already at max, so I can't do anything else to that. But thank you for letting me know. Feel free to jump in and let us know next time. Especially since it's a world record, I'm hoping it can be good video. The next game, I don't know if that'll be world record. So Oshinari, that's it. That's this run. Thank you for having me. I've got one more run in this marathon, and I actually have one more run coming up called Zerum Zone, so stick around for that. It'll be just in a minute. I've just got to boot up the PlayStation, and we should be all good to go. Yeah, when you beat the game, by the way, on normal mode, you get a little nice code. So it'll actually give you the hidden characters for this game, which you can then use for circuit. But adventure mode, you have to go through the certain paths. So again, just a really feel-good, fighting game for the Super Famicom. And yeah, if you're interested, you can hit me on DM if you want, by the way. The only thing I ever ask for on my channel is if you ever have a chance, just I'll put my name in chat for a second. So if you ever go and you just want to watch more obscure fighters, things like this, if you all don't mind, you can always just open and right click this, open a new tab or new window, and give me a follow. That's all I ever ask for. I don't ever ask for donations or things like that. Just helps me, let people know that you guys are interested in, this game or other games. And I'm always happy to teach new runners. I am on Japanese time, so just be aware of that. But if you ever want to learn or just talk about rare games and stuff, you can easily reach me. I'm more than happy to teach some rare games. So having said that, I'm going to get set up for the next game. Thank you very much, Rick-san, for the shout out. And I'll switch it over to setup.